Hello everyone, I'm Wendy Ross for USTrotting.com. Well, it's been all about the action in Lexington, Kentucky this week, and the Kentucky Futurity Day certainly did not disappoint. We saw the championship filly Atlanta get back to her winning ways and six-pack win his elimination and take the Kentucky Futurity final as he became the fastest three-year-old trotter of all time. Let's take a look at the beautiful day.
I just changed the file.
Ninth race, the first division of the 126th Kentucky Futurity for three-year-old Colton Gelding Trotters. Tactical Landry and Jimmy Tactor take the lead up the backside and is on absolute cruise control to the finish.
In the first heat of the Futurity, Tactical Landing is still holding down that lead. Eurobond down the center. Crystal Fashion swings way out wide as they move into the final 16th of a mile. Tactical Landing's got the jump. Crystal Fashion moving up late with Eurobond, but it's Tactical Landing who's well in hand here. Tactical Landing impressive here to win it.
10th race, the second division of the 126th Kentucky Futurity Trot for three-year-old Colton Gelding Trotters. It was the three, Metz Hall and Andy Miller, who went to the front and set the fractions early on. Six-pack, sat the two-hole and popped it at the head of the stretch, finished strong, and held off a late rally by $50 bill.
Ostrad went Zephyr Kronos, $50 bill. Swings out from third, but it's Metz Hall still at the inside looking to buckle down and fend off six-pack. $50 bill swings three wide, so they're three across now as Patent Leather moves up fourth. Six packs in between trotters, looking to power his way past Metz Hall with $50 bill sweeping up late. Six pack still there. It's six pack close to home with $50 bill late. Six pack wins it.
13th race, the 126th Kentucky Futurity final. Six pack and Tactical Landing, the elimination winners coming into the final as the heavy favorites, but it is six pack who gets the win and prevails, and he becomes the fastest three-year-old trotter of all time.
Third leg of Trotting's Triple Crown. It's the 126th renewal. The Kentucky Futurity worth $434,000. Scratched down by a field of nine. They are on gate. And the ball off. There goes Metz Hall, goes spreading out from the center. Crystal Fashion left up next door down to the inside of six-pack. About well there for Svanstedt, part of that early battle. $50 bill. We'll talk early into the fourth spot. Tactical Landing. Six-pack. So it is six-pack here is under aggressive handling. He's looking for a backside blitz to the top. Six-pack moves up to engage Crystal Fashion. Metz Hall just off those dueling leaders now third is $50 bill. Takes a peek to the outside fourth for Brett Miller. So six-pack turns for home and he accelerates away with a three-link lead. Crystal Fashion still giving chase in a second. Metz Hall is third. Tactical Landing after a tough trip rallies wide, but at mid-stretch it's still six-pack maintaining that three-link margin from Crystal Fashion. In the Kentucky Futurity, that six-pack who's close to home. Crystal Fashion holding second, Metz Hall third. Six-pack in the Kentucky Futurity. He will win it 149-1, a world record for six-pack.
The colt comes in today, makes it three in a row today. Did you know that he is going to be as good as he was today?
Yeah, the horse feel good and he raced good the first heat and he was even better the next heat. He was not tired in the first heat. He's just little lazy, so he can look tired from the side. But I feel that he have a lot of power left in the first heat.
A little redemption from Hamiltonian Day, I would think.
Yeah, you can say that again. That was kind of, a devastating situation. But look, the horse bounced back. Ake bounced back. He gave all his horses. He gave great drives today. He had this horse on his toes for that heat, and I could see that he was going to go all out. You could just see it was like when you look at it, really, him and Atlanta won the same way basically.
Second race, the first division of the Kentucky Filly Futurity Trot. Lily Stride takes control early on for Tetrick off a 55 3/2. They smoke home in 50 2, and he holds off Pat Matters and Kakali to get the win.
Straight across from the finish line up high all the way to the top.
as the fillies approach the top of the stretch. Lily Stride looking to overpower Nixie Voldo. They're through 3/4, 123-3. The fresh red Pat Matters now fans off cover, and she begins to surge up down the center of the track into the final eighth of a mile. Lily Stride trying to buckle down and fend off Pat Matters. These two at a duel to the finish. That's Lily Stride out at the inside. Pat Matters trying to rally past. Lily Stride or Pat Matters. These two down to the finish. It's tight.
Third race, the second division of the Kentucky Filly Futurity. Yannick Gingras leads from post 8 with Manchenko, cuts it out, but sets it up for Atlanta and Plunge Blue Chip to fan out in the stretch. They battle it out. Plunge Blue Chip gets the best of Atlanta in the end in her best time of 49-4.
And that is Manchego, who moves off the turn with a short lead. Atlanta, look at the slingshot now out of the center of the track. Plunge Blue Chip moves up late. Less than an eighth to go. Atlanta has taken over the lead. Plunge Blue Chip continues to rally up in second. Manchego's giving way third, but it's Atlanta still holding the lead from Plunge Blue Chip. Plunge Blue Chip a late lunge, or Atlanta or Plunge Blue Chip. Looked like Plunge Blue Chip got her. Right at the final step, Atlanta right there. 149-4, and that equals the world record.
Sixth race, we head into the final for the 3-year-old filly Kentucky Futurity Trot. The winners of the first two eliminations draw the 1 and 2. The second place finishers have the 3 and 4. All four of them, the favorites heading into the final here. But I think this is a very talented group of 3-year-old fillies, and it could be anyone's race to win.
Off, there goes Atlanta, who looks to dart right back to the top. Plunge Blue Chip will leave that largely to Bourbon inside, and Lily Stride protecting a pylon position. As the fillies work into that opening turn, Atlanta looking to loop past Plunge Blue Chip still. Lily Stride about chasing the two favorites third. That's Pat Matters, who drops into the fourth spot in front of Zeron, who is fifth. It's all Atlanta turning for home off 3/4, 124-3, and Atlanta still maintaining a 3-length lead. Zeron takes dead aim up the inside. She's trying to rally late from a second. Nixie Voldo is third, top expectations fourth. Into the final 16th of a mile, it's Atlanta here in the Kentucky Filly Futurity, who's close to home. Atlanta is the Kentucky Filly Futurity champion.
She was great, yeah. I mean, I was able to make the front fairly easy. And my dad changed the bridle on her so she'd come back to me. But in the last turn, I think she was remembering the Hambo day because she wanted to go 1,000,000 miles an hour. And, you know, right before I straightened to the 3/4 pole, Ake was already gapping. So I just pulled the trigger with her. That was it.
Tell you, this filly is special to you. I know you bought into her right before the Hamiltonian. How are you feeling today after the win?
I'm feeling amazing. How can you feel any differently? It's kind of like pinch me. This can't all be happening, all these good things between Homicide and Atlanta winning the Hambo, and now, you know, it's great. It's a great feeling.
After the Hamiltonian, she hasn't come back to the winner's circle since then. How have you guys been feeling? I know she's not been racing terribly, but she's, you know, just been missing and just didn't seem like she had it all together today. It looks like Rick and Scott had it. She was at her best today.
Yeah, Rick's great. I mean, he has all the confidence. He has more confidence in her than anybody. He never, ever is down on her. And Scotty drove her great. He knows how to drive her. I think, you know, her last start up in Canada, Scott just protected her. It was a horrible night. And the start before that was coming off those double heats at the Hambo. The other fillies hadn't, but the other fillies are super nice fillies too.
It's awesome racing when you see that kind of, you know, momentum with 3 fillies, and it's who's who in the racetrack. It's great.
To drive, but just to have her even more relaxed in the race. And in the second heat, he ended up pulling the shoes. It was a new thing for her, but at the same time, I think that helped her a little more.
I didn't want to pull the shoes on her for the elimination because I didn't want her to race 2 heats barefoot. So we raced her with the shoes on, and I said to Scott, I said, "What do you think?" And Scott says, "Well, it's up to you, Dad." So I said, "Pull the shoes on." And George Descharme come by, and he says to me, he says, "I got a pair of bell boots at the barn." He says, "I'll bring up and I'll give to you." And I knew that would offset from losing the shoes and being barefoot. So I have her in the middle, and she's so sure-footed that I knew if Scott could give her a decent trip in the final and get a little breaks because you're going to the second heat, I knew that she would kick home and, you know, and make us all proud, and Scott would get it done.